Welcome to the first episode of Random Rants with Random, with your host, Jose. This channel is going to be a bit different to other channels. I'm a bit old school, I'm not tech savvy, so I'm not going to show you fancy videos, fancy graphics, little clips on the side. I'm going to tell you the balls of the story, then leave it up to you to go and research it, find out whether I'm full of shit or not. Let me know in the comments. Happy to hear everything. In my shows, generally there'll be a joke. Today it's about awesome people. There's a main rant, there's a small rant, there's awesome stuff, there's stupid stuff, there's random stuff, and there's shout outs, good and bad. So here we go, into the main rant. EV cars. I believe EV cars are the biggest scam that's going on the planet right now. They're touted as being cheap to run, and friendly for the environment. First off, I own a 13-year-old diesel four-wheel drive twin cab. The amount of ecological damage or pollution that goes into the world to make the materials to make that EV car and then produce the power for that EV car are equal to running my car for 50 years. My car's good, it's a Holden Rodeo, but it's not going to last 50 years. So you tell me if that's better for the environment. Plus, the amount of these rare minerals that are going to get pulled out of the earth that are going to create more mining that you all want to stop. And it also creates, as a side part to that, human exploitation, right, all the way from kid labour to the exploitation of their own workers, run by these big multi-kilometre countries that are run by dictators. You know who I'm talking about. They send everyone that lives in the area, if they don't have a job on the mine, send them into poverty, and those people have to go and scrape up the side of the waste scraps of the mine, risking their lives every day, not aside from landslides and rock falls, but just getting past the security patrols. So yeah, more environmental damage. Thanks, guys. Being cheap. The cheapest EV car at the moment is roughly about $50,000. The cheapest petrol car you can buy might be $20,000. Probably get one cheaper, but that's about it. But specs come out the other day. The cheapest car to run in Australia is the MG3. It's $650, $750, something like that a month to run. The cheapest small gas-powered SUV is like a Hyundai Elantra or something. It's about $1,200 a month. The cheapest EV car to run is $1,100 a month. So tell me how that's cheaper to run. Also, who wants to buy a car that they know when they've spent like $70,000, $60,000 on this car, that in 10 years it's going to be worth nothing, because who wants to put a $20,000 battery in it? The car in my car, it's 13-year-old now. If I keep looking after it, it will last 50 years. Just the rest of the car will fall around it. So tell me how that's cheaper. Not only that, who's going to want to buy a second-hand electric car? I'm not picking on Telsas just yet. Who's going to want to buy a second-hand car, knowing that if it's 5 years old, if they're lucky, they might get another 5 years out of it. If they're unlucky, it could go the next day. Then there, 20 grand for your car now. So, as a side note, you watch, in 5 years, and probably not even, there's going to be a heap of broken down EV cars that no one wants to spend any money on because they can't be rebuilt unless you buy the battery. Rusting and leaching all those precious metals that we had to pull out of the ground before. They're going to go back into the ground, but not in a good way. China has acres and acres of brand new EV cars that they buy and register themselves as a scam to get grants off the government. You got acres and acres of land with EV cars parked bumper to bumper, side to side, that are just going to rot into the ground and poison that land for hundreds of years. So, where else was on EV cars? That's probably about it for EV cars for now. I just believe it's a scam that people are being led to believe they're helping the environment and they're not. So, the small rant, the two today. One, Russell Brand. I hope you've been watching his channel. He's quite a good speaker, a lot better than me obviously, and he's exposing a lot of stuff that's going on in this world that most of us normal people can't find out about. But what I want to talk about is these sexual allegation charges that have been pulled up against him. I thought initially, hey, he was a root rat back in the day. Maybe it happened. But from people's testimonies that have been with him in those days, said he was nothing but a gentleman with a beautiful heart, so go from there. I didn't really know the details. I thought maybe it could happen. Then, one day, it hit me. Oh my gosh, he's being set up by the media because he is a thorn in the government side and he's getting close to a lot of truths. And I come to the conclusion, just dumb me, that he's been set up and it's probably all a fake. I get home one of that night and one of our common sense, truth-speaking patriots, JP Awakens, yeah, why not? Russell Brand, I'll be interested to see what he says about that. And he proceeded to tell the world the exact same thing that I'd just been thinking that day. With, of course, he's got flashier production. He could show all the media reports. And when I found out that the allegations are coming from two separate media outlets, not from the ladies that's involved, not from the police, from two media outlets. One of those media outlets also found another lady that spent a weekend with Russell Brand back in the day, and she said that he was nothing but a gentleman and thought he was a beautiful soul and looked quite happy about retelling her experience with him. But when she didn't have the right story that fit the narrative, her story was not told. So, what happened to being innocent until proven guilty? This guy's on charges from the media. No official law enforcement, no official complaints from the women involved supposedly. And he's being vilified. His agents dropped him. His tours being dropped. His YouTube channel's been demonetized. He has been dropped like a hot turd. And I fully stand with JP in believing that it's a media scam. And I'm just here to tell you today, chop one of us down, two will rise up, guys. So I'm a new guy today. Let's get some more happening. Right. The second small rant is what's going on. India, whatever happened with this guy in Canada, sure he wasn't good for the government, whatever. They disappear one person. Well, they obviously disappear a lot more than one person, but one person gets found out in Canada. The whole world's in the outrage. Wants to drop India like a hot shit. But hang on, guys, let's take a look at China, who disappears people every single day. There's a religion in China. They're called the Falun Gong. They get disappeared on a routine basis to provide organs for the rich and powerful people in this world. So why are we wanting to be all pally-pally with China all the time when they do this stuff? I know, because they sell us all this shit we love to buy now. Thanks, China. We want to be your friend. So, awesome stuff. I watched tonight, first time, this mob called Scammer Payback. What's the details? Scammer Payback with a mob that's sponsored by a mob called AnyDesk. And their YouTube handle is Scammer Payback. And the best thing about this Scammer Payback show is that these scammers, they get cut off, but they don't know they get cut off, and they keep sending endless messages out to these people they're trying to scam, and they're totally blocked, and they don't even know. And then these people, then they start sending messages, how dare you ignore me for so long, this is so rude. You've been cut off, scammer, lucky it's not your balls, mate. Or, ladies, we'll give you a balls, because you can do that nowadays, and then we'll cut them off. Right, so awesome job on Scammer Payback. Well done, guys. So, stupid stuff. Now, here comes Telsa. Telsa reinvents the wheel. Tell me, guys, for however long cars have been around, what's the deal with gear changing? It's right there at your fingertips. It's down here. You feel for it. You don't even have to look. 2 months of driving, you soon learn. You don't even have to look. You feel it. You change your gear. It's tactile. You can feel it. You know where it is. How can you change gears on a touch screen that you have to turn and look at to change gears every time you want to go for the gears? And when your touch screen stops working, which happens occasionally apparently, the spare buttons, the manual buttons for the gears aren't on the dash still or somewhere close. They're up behind the rear view mirror. Real sensible. Not only that, I remember back in the day, one of my mates had a little double din video player screen in his car. He was playing a DVD video. And the cop drove past and saw the screen and pulled him up and fined him for having a screen playing in the front of his car. Now, every modern car, especially these EVs, have got this 10.5-inch touchscreen, bigger than TVs I grew up with, sitting there up high on the dash. Everything's got to be done in the car on them. What about the night vision? You're driving at night and this big mobile phone that they say is not good for your eyes at night time is right there distracting you the whole time. Another side note to the gears is a obviously paid propagandist reporter said, oh yeah, I did a review on the Telsa. I had a couple of close calls trying to find the gears when I was parking. Went the wrong way a couple of times, but narrowly avoided the accidents. But is it enough to not buy the car? Of course not. Are you stupid? You had a couple of close calls when you were parking. I don't know the whole deal with these cars, but what happens if you go to do something with the gears while you're driving, and because you can't just reach and feel that gear, you hit neutral or reverse or something on the touchscreen as you're driving? I don't think you're going to avoid that accident if there's lots of traffic around. So, what's it going to take for people to say, come on, Telsa, you might be making a brilliant product beside the whole electric car scam side of it, but what's it going to take to say, look, why mess with something that's worked for hundreds of years? I think might pull people up when they put hexagonal wheels on. That's next, hexagonal wheels, and we'll see if people will suck that up. Sure they will. Alright, so here's the random stuff. Mr. Maker. He was on the ABC. Apparently he's not on there anymore. I'm a bit disappointed because on a whole I did like that guy. He was a great, wholesome children's TV show character. Teaching arts and crafts. Nothing wrong with beautifying the world a bit more. The only thing I had with him, and I said when I used to watch his show, this bloke's going to ruin the world. Every time it'd be like, here we are with our piece of cardboard, boys and girls, that if you had bought it, would have cost probably $12. But I didn't have to, so I'm not going to mention that. Let's cut a circle out, boys and girls. let's mark the circle, and then we'll start down here and we'll go up and then cut the circle away out and cut our perfect circle out and throw $11.50 of cardboard away. Mate, when you want to cut a circle, cut it down there. When you want to cut a square, cut the corner out of the page. I've seen him cut the square out of the middle of a page. And to prove my point, this very day, I was doing something with my daughter and she wanted to show me how to write a letter. Blank piece of page. She went to write the letter right in the middle of the page and I went, oi, Mr. Maker Protege, top corner please. Proved my point. But other than that, mate, you were awesome. So, some personal stuff. Get you to know me a bit. I don't know if you can see it. That scar on the bottom of my foot. That's been an abscess hole in my foot for over a year and a half. Because it was on my foot and I had to still keep working. It wouldn't heal. I've moved 5 houses in the time with that foot. It's been fun, but I know a lot of people are having the same fun at this moment in time as well. So let's all have a happy club. So in that time, I tried to walk as little as possible. So as you can see, my weight's ballooned even more than it's always ballooned because I have always been overweight, and because of that, still trying to lead a pretty active lifestyle. As you can see, I've got arthritis in my hips, and now I just want to scream around at every fat person, lose the weight now before it's too late. But then I'll just be a ranting lunatic in public. Apparently it's a lot safer on YouTube. So I'm getting back on my weight. I've started, I believe I've probably lost maybe 5 kilos, but join me on my weight journey. If I slack off, kick me in the ass, keep me going. To all those fat people out there, if you feel comfortable and are happy being fat, more power to you. But when you try and tell people that you're healthy, it's a load of BS. I'm a fat person. It's not healthy. I'm very close and very lucky I don't have diabetes. So, yeah, help me with my weight journey. I need a kick in the ass to keep going. So, basically, that's it. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Happy to take guests. If anyone wants to come on my show and have a rant, have a chat, share jokes, whatever. I would like to know if someone could come on or comment that could explain the RBA rate rise decisions to lower the inflation. To lower inflation. If someone can explain how inflating the price of everything in the country lowers inflation, I'm happy to hear how that works. Take guests, take any help. As you can see, my production levels are pretty high. I do have to put out a huge shout out to my production crew, 180 Productions. Massive help. Massive. So leave a comment or not. Like I said, I'll give you the guts of the story. Research it yourself. If you think I'm full of shit, let me know. There's some pretty deep rants coming. I won't spoil them. But yeah, some good stuff. So leave a comment or not. I don't really care. I'm not going to sit there and go, please subscribe, please like. I don't know. Nothing wrong with the people that do that. It's just not me. So, shout outs. Shout outs. Here we go. Me old mate, Ben, sharp as a tack hero. Keep up the good work. Isaac Butterfield, another Aussie legend. Jordan Peterson, you are the man, mate. The man. Brett Cooper, I'll be honest with you, mate. You're awesome. You are seriously awesome. But are you really not Ben Shapiro's sister? Come on, you can tell me. Sydney Watson. She is an amazing, same as Brett Cooper, amazing, switched on, common sense woman. Listen to her. Matt Walsh. I'm a bit with Matt Walsh. He's an awesome guy, but he does have the odd far-right religious view, and he's more entitled to do that. It's his choice, but other than that, awesome work, mate. Awesome work. These people you cancel, they're going to be some of my coming up stories. As a shout out to you. The Glass Guy, 2023's just got even crazier because there's a new bloke on YouTube. You're awesome, mate. Keep up the good work. I know I should look up these people real names, but Bald Guy from Canada. Where were you from originally? Egypt, maybe? No. Anyway, you weren't from Canada, but you live in Canada. Awesome work, calling out the scum. You also call out the good stuff too. Good job. Mr. Ballin, can't wait for your stories every week. Good job. Another stand-up. There's so many, I've got to write more down, but I'll finish with this guy. He's another stand-up good guy, love his work. Awaken with JP. Watch him. Another, what's he call us? Truth fighters, I think he calls us. Another truth fighter. Stay strong, bro. So that's me shout outs. Oh, bad shout out. You're going to love this. Hertz Hire in America. We get that many TV shows. I know about how you guys love taking your kids, checking out all your colleges, making a big road trip of it. Looks like fun for you guys. So this lady ordered a gas-powered car from Hertz. Got to the airport. Oh, sorry, ma'am. We don't have your gas-powered car. You can have an EV. She said I didn't want an EV. And they said, well, that's all we've got. Everyone else is closed. Take it or leave it. So she did what she could. She got on her phone, looked up quick sites on what's involved with owning and driving an EV. As much as she could in like the 10 minutes of getting the car and getting ready and all that. She tried. They gave it to her with 50% charge, which was a range of 90 Ks. Half a tank in a petrol car is going to get at least 250 or 200 to 250. Another plus for EVs. So because she wasn't like really up on the EV, she didn't realise the first thing she had to do was go to a charger, and she thought, we'll be right. And not sure the details whether she was heading for a charger and didn't quite make it, because apparently the nearest charger was something like 75, 80 Ks away with 90 Ks in her tank. So this car eventually, however she's come to this stage, ran out of battery, went dead flat. Locked her and her daughter in the car. They could not get out. Apparently, I'm pretty sure over in America at the moment, it's winter. No big deal, I guess. But still, locked in a car on the side of a highway, whether it be in the middle of nowhere or it's busy. I don't know if you notice things, but you can be on the side of the busiest highway and you might as well be in the middle of nowhere because nobody stops to help you anymore. Just another random rant. Sorry about that one. So, lucky it was in Australia, lucky it was me, you would have had some smashed windows for us to get out of that thing. So, of course, Hertz could not be more sympathetic. Oh my God, man, we're so sorry we didn't give you the car you wanted. We're so sorry we rented you a car with half charge. We're so sorry we didn't explain to you that the first thing you need to do is go find a charger. And it needs to be the charger that fits this model of car, because one thing we don't tell anyone anymore is we don't put any adapters in the cars anymore because they get lost or stolen and it costs us too much money. So you go out and have fun finding the charger that fits your car. We're so sorry we did that. Fucking not. You know what they did? They put her on a never to hire to this woman list. Never hire a car to this woman list. Thanks, Hertz. Top job. So that was the shout out for being an idiot. So guys, that's pretty much it for my first videos. Honestly, very rough, lots of mistakes. If you like it, let me know. More to come. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Oh, the joke. Oh, also, last random rant. Just want to confirm to everybody, I'm an ice addict. You want to see my pipe? Right there, mate. Right there's my ice pipe. It's all you need. Keep you happy. Blow your ears back. Apparently they do. Oh, the joke. How do you keep an awesome person in suspense?